Namaste. Hello. Welcome to this video. Sun's really intense, so lots of shadows on my face, nothing I can do. I would love for you to be able to see my eyes, but not today, apparently. I'm gonna look like a weird skeleton. Um, so this is the breath, the mantra of breath, volume 2, round 2. We're gonna add in a little more depth to this practice. Um, One thing I want to mention about this mantra, Soham, is there are multiple ways to do it. Of course, some masters use Hamsa. Some use Soham, you know, they'll use one on the ingoing breath and one on the outgoing breath, and the other will, different traditions use use them in a different order. So today's technique, once again, we're going to add in a little more depth. I'm going to describe the technique, and then we'll move into my process for easing our being into the meditative practice and hopefully into the meditative state. So this is the goal of the technique here. We're going to imagine a point about 1 foot in front of our center of forehead, or they technically say 12 finger lengths. So I take that as 12 inches personally, just about a foot. Imagine that spot there, and we're going to breathe from this spot into the heart. So the visualization here for this is these 2 points right here in front and actually outside the body. So this is going to feel a little bit different, potentially. I really enjoy this. And then we're going to feel the heart as well. Hello, B. So on the incoming breath, we're going to pull from this point into the body, down to the heart. Back out from the heart into the 12 finger point, or we'll call it the point outside the body. So you can even imagine this a circle if you want, or a line that's going back and forth, right? So you may imagine it something like this to visualize, right? So so or even, backwards, you might imagine it. This is kind of how it works for me, right? So I go from this outside point, so, and then the the external kind of goes outside. So I'm going to allow you to kind of work with whatever feels right when we get there. I'm going to kind of direct one way when we get in that space. And then I just encourage, kind of as always, to let whatever's happening naturally for you happen. With this meditation, some certain things may happen if you're kind of moving towards a deeper state, and I could list them, but you may just experience them, or I may talk about them in the third stage of this video. Your breath might lighten, and the order of so and hum might change. I just encourage you to let whatever's going on naturally just happen, and just keep going deeper, and just breathe and relax. And if the mantra, as always, if the mantra stops naturally, and you just hit a place of silence, just let it go, let the mantra go. Be there. Be there now. Be here now, too. So let's begin. Take your seated posture. As always, let's take one moment to just feel our spine. Allow it to be straight. Will always be natural curves in the spine, but we want to be upright, is maybe a better word. And I didn't do any stretching beforehand, which I always recommend, so a little stretching for my back to help me settle in. Begin with your breaths, deep breaths. Allowing the abdomen to fully expand on your inhale, and relax and contract on the exhale. Closing the eyes, giving ourselves permission to move internally now. If you're feeling hungry or tired or irritated, stressed, all of those sensations we can take care of after. But right now we're going to focus on developing a peaceful, calm, tranquil mind. So with the breath, just begin to feel the rise and fall within the body, up and down, up and down. Now I recommend in through the nose and out through the nose. In order to internalize your energy more, you can focus the eyes closed on the center point, the point in between the eyes and the eyebrows. Or you can continue to focus on the movement of the abdomen and the sensation of the breath in the body, in the lungs, and the nostrils. And once you feel calm, begin the Soham mantra. So then we'll repeat it just mentally inside. If you feel agitated, lengthen your exhales. If the mind feels too busy, imagine this point, a foot in front of your forehead, the point in between the eyebrows. On your inhale, take the energy, the breath comes from this point into the body, into the heart. On the exhale, it returns from the heart out to the point, 1 foot in front of the eyes. So the breath comes in, hum, the breath goes out. Back to this point. If you need a visual, feel free to open the eyes and watch me. See if you can feel the line of breath in the nervous system. And if at any time the direction reverses, just allow it. And move deeper and quieter. Breathing to and from the point that's outside the body. Taking the prana from outside, bringing it in the heart, and returning it to its source. If any time the exercise becomes too much, you can't concentrate on it, feel free to return back to just the Soham mantra more simply. The breath is a circle. We're facilitating this with our mantra and the circular visualization. We're connecting the internal breath, the internal prana with the external breath, the external prana. And when you're ready to exit, just drop the visualization. Keep the subtle breath awareness. If you wish to just allow the mantra to continue in the background, let it. Don't force it in the mind. You can allow the eyes to flicker open. We're going to do a grounding mudra. Interlace the fingers. Allow the thumbs to touch here. And this just lays in the lap. We're focusing the energy up here in these higher centers. Now we're going to bring it down low. Sensing with the hands, the breath is lower in the body. Sinking the breath into the diaphragm. This is when I like to do Ujjayi Pranayam. Ground and center and strengthen the energy inside. Okay, let's do one big inhale together. We're going to hold at the top. Hold. Mudra Bandha, if you know it. And release. Back down the prana. Rub the palms together, securing the energy in. Place the palms on the chest, in the throat, on top of the head and the forehead, back of the head, down the neck, the shoulders, chest, abdomen. Just washing it down, washing it off. Thank you for joining me. I sincerely hope this practice has been beneficial for you and has helped you and is helping you find yourself and discover yourself and whatever truths are to come to you. If you have any questions, as always, please ask in the comments or send me a message or email. I'm wishing you a very fruitful rest of your day. Lastly, I want to add that this technique, Soham, sometimes I've used it during the day, during the waking consciousness day, apart from a separate sitting meditation session like so, even though there's a lot of work that is done in these sessions. Often it's to help you integrate this level of consciousness within the daily journey. But I find myself when I have 30 seconds or a minute and I want to calm the mind or my heart, I will perform the Soham mantra, simply just with the in and out of the breath. And I immediately feel more connected to my inner being. So much love to you guys today. Namaste.